Today we're going to be looking at the elements of art and the principles of design. The elements of art and principles of design work together to create all artworks. They are two sets of words that artists use to design, create, and describe what a piece of artwork looks like. You can think of the elements of art as the building blocks that make up all of art. The principles of design are different strategies for using the blocks. Every visual artwork uses at least a few of the elements of art. The elements of art are line, shape, color, value, form, texture, and space. Line is just a dot traveling from one place to another. There's a variety of different mark-making tools that we can use to draw a line. A shape can also come in many different sizes. A shape is when a line crosses over itself. Color can be bright, dull, dark, or light. Value refers to the lightness or darkness of anything in a drawing or painting. Form is a three-dimensional object that takes up space. Texture is how a surface feels or how it looks like it feels. Space is used in drawing and painting to create the illusion of depth, but we also think about space when we think about three-dimensional sculptures and things that actually take up physical space in the real world. Now we've looked at all of the ingredients of artworks. Let's see how artists put them together. What do they think about as they are making art? So artists use the principles of design when they are creating art. They think about things like balance and contrast, emphasis, movement, pattern, rhythm, and unity. These are all different tools that artists use to make their artwork look interesting and dynamic and something that people want to look at. Balance is the comfortable arrangement of things in art. So things feel like they're either balanced symmetrically or maybe even asymmetrically, but the artwork doesn't feel like empty in certain areas and too full in other areas. Contrast is the difference between elements in an artwork. Contrast can come through light and dark, soft and sharp. Any way that you can create difference in an artwork creates contrast. Emphasis is the creation of a focal area in a work of art. Movement is how we get around the work of art, and that can be either physically through a sculpture or as how our eye travels through a painting based on how the artist created focal points for us. Pattern is a decorative way to design using repeated units of designs. Rhythm is related to pattern. It is the repetition of shapes, lines, and forms. Unity is a really important one in art and design. It means that everything feels like it goes together, that there is harmony. And yet you don't want it to be so together that it's boring. And so adding a little bit of variety will also add interest to an artwork. Now that we've learned what those words mean, the elements of art and the principles of design, take a look at one of the most famous artworks in the world and see what you notice. How did Vincent van Gogh use the elements of art and the principles of design in this work? Pause the video and see if you can find 3 things that stand out to you in this artwork. Here's another artwork by the artist Jeff Koons. This is much more recent, 2008. It is called Balloon Dog, and it's a mirror polished stainless steel sculpture. What elements and principles was Jeff Koons thinking about when he made this artwork? Here's an installation and sculpture by Yayoi Kusama called With All My Love for the Tulips I Pray Forever. What do you think Yayoi Kusama was thinking about when she made this work of art? How did she use the elements of art? How did she use the principles of design? How did she use it to make the artwork look interesting to the viewer? Lastly, we're going to look at this artwork by Nick Cave called Sound Suits. I want you to be thinking about the elements of principles and design, and I want you to go back to our Canvas page and click the link so you can watch this artwork in motion.